Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Legal Study by Advocate Palak. This is part 2 of Polity MCQ series. For part 1 of Polity MCQ series, the link is provided in the description box. Go watch it now. So let's begin with the first question. Which article of the Indian Constitution says that there will be an election commission in India? First, Article 124, second, Article 354, third, Article 324, fourth, Article 114. So the correct answer is option number third, Article 324. The Constitution of India has established a permanent and independent body to ensure free and fair elections in the country known as the Election Commission of India. Since its inception in 1950 until 15th October 1989, the Election Commission was a one-member body with only the Chief Election Commissioner as its sole member. On 16th October 1989, the voting age was changed from 21 to 18 years. So, two more election commissioners were appointed by the President in order to cope up with the increased work of the Election Commission. Since then, the Election Commission was a multi-member body that consisted of 3 election commissioners. Next question. Which among the following statements is false? First, for qualifying to the Lok Sabha, a person must be at least 25 years of age. Second, a person can be a member of both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha at the same time. Third, a person belonging to the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe can contest elections from a general seat also, and not just with the reserved seat. Fourth, if a member of either of the houses votes against the direction given by his party, he can be deemed to be disqualified. So the correct answer is option number third. A person belonging to the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe can contest elections only from the reserved seat. Moving towards our next question. Which ministry, authority has the right to remove the incompetent, inefficient and unproductive All India Service Officers after 15 years of service? First, Ministry of Home Affairs. Second, Parliament. Third, Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions. Fourth, State Government. So the correct answer is option number third, Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions. In 2011, the Department of Personnel and Training, the Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions created a proposal to retire and remove incompetent, inefficient and unproductive All India Service Officers after 15 years of service, which was accepted, and All India Service Rules of 1958 was amended on 31st January 2012. Next question. To be eligible for appointment as Attorney General of India, what qualifications a person must possess? First, Judge of the Supreme Court of India. Second, Judge of a High Court. Third, a renowned lawyer. Fourth, Solicitor General of India. So the correct answer is option number 1, Judge of the Supreme Court. Article 76 of the Indian Constitution under its Part 5 deals with the position of Attorney General of India. Article 76 of the Constitution mentions that he or she is the highest law officer of India. As a chief legal advisor to the Government of India, he advises the Union Government on all legal matters. President of India appoints a person who is qualified for the post of Supreme Court Judge. Moving towards the next question. Which constitutional amendment has the provision of reservation of seats for SCs and STs in public service and legislatures until 2020? First, 96th Amendment. Second, 95th Amendment. Third, 89th Amendment. Fourth, 102nd Amendment. So the correct answer is option number 2, 95th Amendment. The 95th Amendment of the Constitution of India, officially known as the Constitution 95th Amendment Act 2009, extended the period of reservation of seats for the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes and representation of the Anglo-Indians in the Lok Sabha and the state assemblies for another 10 years, that is up to 26th January 2020. The period of reservation was further extended to 2030 by the 104th Amendment. Next question. The impeachment of the President is carried by the which one of the following? First, Attorney General. Second, Member of the Legislative. Third, House of Parliament. Fourth, Prime Minister. So the correct answer is option number 3, House of Parliament. Article 61 deals with the impeachment of President. The President can be removed from office by a process of impeachment for violation of the Constitution. However, the Constitution does not define the meaning of the phrase violation of the Constitution. The impeachment charges can be initiated by either of the Houses of Parliament. These charges should be signed by 1/4 of the members of House that frame the charges, and a 14 days notice should be given to the President. Next question. Which is the oldest known system designed for the redressal of citizens' grievance? First, Lokpal. Second, Ombudsman system. Third, Lokayukt. Fourth, none of the above. So the correct answer is option number 2, Ombudsman system. The Ombudsman system is the oldest known system for addressing citizens' grievances. It was established in Sweden in 1809. The term ombudsman comes from Swedish and means representative or agent. Ombudsman means an officer appointed by the legislature to handle complaints against a service or administrative authority. Moving towards our next question. Which state's Lokayukt's office is considered to be the strongest in terms of power and scope? First, Bihar. Second, Karnataka. Third, Andhra Pradesh. Fourth, Maharashtra. So the correct answer is option number 2, Karnataka. Lokayukt is an anti-corruption agency constituted at state level. A person to be appointed as Lokayukt should have held the post of a judge of the Supreme Court or the Chief Justice of the High Court. Governor appoints the Lokayukt as advised by the Chief Minister of the state, and the tenure of Lokayukt is for 5 years. Maharashtra is the first state to establish the institution of Lokayukt in India. Odisha is the first state in India to pass the Lokayukt Act. Karnataka's Lokayukt is considered the most powerful Lokayukt in India. Next question. In which Constitutional Amendment Act Goa was made a full-fledged state with a state assembly? First, 43rd Constitutional Amendment 1977. Second, 44th Constitutional Amendment 1978. Third, 56th Constitutional Amendment 1987. Fourth, 57th Constitutional Amendment 1987. So the correct answer is option number 3, 56th Constitutional Amendment. In 1987, Constitutional 56th Amendment Act grants Goa independence and creates the Union Territory comprising Daman and Diu. As a result, Goa has become the Indian nation's 25th state. The State Assembly of Goa consists of nearly 30 members. The amendment strengthened the state legislature of Goa. The 56th Amendment Act of 1987 established a minimum of 30 members for the Goa Legislative Council. Moving towards our next question. Which of the following function performed by the National Commission for Scheduled Castes? First, to investigate and monitor all matters relating to the safeguards provided for the scheduled castes under the Constitution. Second, to inquire into specific complaints with respect to the deprivation of rights and safeguards of the scheduled castes. Third, full implementation of the various acts like PCR Act 1955 and SC and ST Act, Prevention of Atrocities Act 1989. Fourth, all of the above. So the correct answer is all of the above. Moving towards our next question. How are members of parliament replaced in case of death and resignation? First, through by-elections. Second, through general elections. Third, both. Fourth, none of the above. So the correct answer is option number 1, through by-elections. When elections are held in one or a few constituencies due to the death or resignation of candidates, it is called a by-election. It can also be held if an elected member resigns or gets disqualified under parliamentary law. Sometimes, Lok Sabha or Vidhan Sabha might be dissolved before they complete their 5-year term. Elections held in such scenarios are known as midterm elections. If elections happened after completion of the 5-year term of the legislature, then it is called general election. Which one among the following features of the Constitution of India is indicative of the fact that real executive power is vested in the Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister? First, federalism. Second, representative legislature. Third, universal added franchisee. Fourth, parliamentary democracy. So the correct answer is option number 4th, parliamentary democracy. Real executive power vests in a council of ministers with the prime minister as the head. Article 74(1) of the Constitution provides that there shall be a council of ministers headed by the prime minister to aid and advise the president, who shall, in the exercise of his functions, act in accordance with such advice. Moving towards our next question. Which of the following Government of India Act is called the Mini Constitution of India? Government of India Act 1919, Government of India Act 1935, Government of India Act 1915, Government of India Act 1909. So the correct answer is option number 2nd, Government of India Act 1935. The Government of India Act was passed by the British Parliament in August 1935. It was the longest act enacted by the British Parliament at that time. It was divided into two separate acts, namely the Government of India Act 1935 and the Government of Burma Act 1935. The Government of India Act 1935 is often referred to as a mini constitution due to its comprehensive and detailed provisions, which laid down the foundation for India's future constitutional framework. Which article of Indian Constitution protects the civil servants from the politically motivated or vindictive action? First, Article 19, second, Article 109, third, Article 311, fourth, Article 54. So the correct answer is option number 3rd, Article 311. Article 311 deals with the provisions related to the dismissal, removal, or reduction in rank of a person employed in civil capacities under the union or the state. The purpose of Article 311 is to safeguard civil servants. Further, it places two restrictions on the doctrine of pleasure. In other words, it provides safeguards to the civil servants against any arbitrary dismissal from their posts. It helps them to respond to any charges in an inquiry so that the civil servant is not dismissed arbitrarily from the service. Next question. Constitution 73rd Amendment Act 1992 makes provisions for a three-tiered system of Panchayati Raj for all the states having population of above first 15 lakh, second 20 lakhs, third 30 lakhs, fourth 40 lakhs. So the correct answer is option number 2nd, 20 lakhs. A three-tier structure of the Indian administration for rural development is called Panchayati Raj. The aim of the Panchayati Raj is to develop local self-governments in districts, zones and villages. The Act provides for the establishment of the three-tier system of Panchayati Raj in the states, village, intermediate and district level. States with a population of less than 20 lakhs may not constitute the intermediate level. Next question. The representatives of the state in the Rajya Sabha are elected by which one of the following? First, Chief Minister of the state. Second, Governor. Third, elected members of the State Assembly. Fourth, President. So the correct answer is option number 3rd, elected members of the State Assembly. The representatives of state in the Rajya Sabha are elected by the elected members of state legislative assemblies. The election is held in accordance with the system of proportional representation by means of the single transferable vote. The representatives of the state and of the union territories in the Rajya Sabha are elected by the method of indirect election. Moving towards the next question. Which article in the Constitution of India provides for the post of Controller and Auditor General of India? First, Article 148, second, Article 266, third, Article 344, fourth, Article 248. So the correct answer is option number 1, Article 148. Article 148 of the Constitution of India establishes the Authority Office of Controller and Auditor General of India is the apex authority responsible for external and internal audits of the expenses of the national and state governments. It is popularly known as the CAG of India. On 7th August 2020, Girish Chandra Murmu has been appointed as the new Controller and Auditor General of India. Earlier, he was the Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir Union Territory. Next question. Which article states that each state shall have an Advocate General? First, Article 195. Second, Article 177. Third, Article 197. Fourth, Article 165. So the correct answer is option number 4th, Article 165. Article 165 of the Indian Constitution is related to the Office of Advocate General of State. He is the highest law officer of the state. The governor appoints the Advocate General of State on the advice of the Council of Ministers of the state. The Constitution does not fix the term of Advocate General in India. Next question. Which one is not correct regarding Advocate General of State? First, he has the right of audience in any court in the state legislative. Second, the Advocate General is the first law officer of a state. Third, he receives the pay as per fixation by government. Fourth, he has the voting right in the state legislature. So the correct answer is option number 4. He has the voting right in the state legislature. And option number 1, 2 and 3 are true regarding Advocate General. So that's it for part 2. If you like this video, then do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.